Hello Wrexham fans, how are you? I hope you're doing well, and look, for bombshells today. Among these four, there's one impressive contract and two unbelievable signings. Stay until the end and I'll tell you everything and more. But first, subscribe to the channel and like it to receive all the latest news from the Red Dragons. Before I tell you the big news, here's the latest and greatest news from Wrexham AFC. Let's get straight to the point. Sky Sports journalist Laura Hunter wrote an analysis that went viral, showing what's behind this new phase for Wrexham AFC, and why the whole world is watching this journey to the Premier League. In the final episode of the final season of Disney Plus's Welcome to Wrexham, the title says it all, Doing a Wrexham. Previously, this was almost synonymous with tragedy. It meant losing games that seemed like a win, being on the brink of disaster. Anyone who supported Wrexham knew the anguish well. Remember 2011? The club was 12 hours away from extinction, saved only by its own fans. It was such a difficult time that many people lost their love for the club. But that's in the past. Today, Doing a Wrexham has a new meaning: rebirth, overcoming, and true ambition. We're back in the championship after more than 40 years. And that's not all. The club is aiming high, very high. If they achieve another promotion, they'll make it 4 in a row. It sounds like a movie script, and rightly so. The owners are none other than Reynolds and McElhenney. But let's take it easy. Manager Phil Parkinson knows that the championship is the most unpredictable league in English football. A veritable minefield. According to Opta's supercomputer, Wrexham has a 20.2% chance of immediate relegation. Charlton, also promoted, is close behind at 20.1%. So, the alarm bells are ringing. To avoid this, the owner's strategy was clear: invest heavily. Wrexham's rise was rapid, yes, but far from a fairy tale. The wage bill was already £2.5 million higher than the National League average. The club has always relied on a straightforward formula: spend more to win more. It worked in League 2. It worked in League 1. But now, the challenge is different. Teams like Leicester, Ipswich, and Southampton, the first opponent of the season, are already receiving so-called parachute payments for being relegated from the Premier League. Wrexham will need to compete on equal terms. And that means buying even more wisely. Even iconic names like Paul Mullen, so beloved by Reynolds that he even appeared in Deadpool and Wolverine, may be on his way out. The club needs to trim its squad. Currently, there are 35 registered players, but the EFL only allows 25. Adjustments will come. Another point: Wrexham is the second oldest team in the league, with an average age of 27.7, second only to Derby County. Meanwhile, favourite Sheffield United has a squad with an average age of 24.1. The truth is, if anyone had said 5 years ago that Wrexham would be experiencing this, it would have seemed like a joke. But now the club is a global brand. And the goal is clear: reaching the Premier League. And no, that's no longer a dream. This Saturday, Phil Parkinson will reunite with his childhood club, Southampton, for the season's kickoff. The match will be broadcast live on Sky Sports and promises to be a clash between master and apprentice. Nothing more symbolic to begin this new phase. And who knows? Maybe they'll create a Wrexham again. And look what's happening at Wrexham, huh? The club is really going all out in this summer transfer market. They've already made 8 major signings so far, and everything indicates more are on the way before the September 1st deadline. But the squad isn't just about new arrivals. Manager Phil Parkinson has already confirmed that some players will be leaving this summer. In fact, a well-known name among fans could be on the way out. We're talking about Ollie Palmer, who could leave the club after 3 seasons. Now, hold on to this: a veteran star of the team has just confirmed he's staying for longer. James McLean renews with Wrexham. The club officially announced on its website that James McLean has signed a new contract, extending his stay until the end of the 2026-27 season. And it wasn't just the club that celebrated. Here's what the player had to say after renewing his contract. "I'm very happy to renew my contract with the club. It's no secret that I've enjoyed my time here and want to help maintain the success we've had so far. My family loves it here, I love it here, and we're excited about the future." And there's more. Wrexham continues to strengthen at left back. In addition to McLean, Parkinson now has Liberato Kakes, Ryan Longman, and Sebastian Revan. And, according to the manager, Jacob Mendy will be loaned out to gain more experience. Now, check out McLean's stats with Wrexham. He arrived from Wigan in the summer of 2023 and quickly demonstrated his worth. In his first season, he made 44 appearances, scored 4 goals, and provided 13 assists, helping them achieve promotion from League Two. And last season, he kept up the pace, 45 appearances, scored 4 goals, and provided 6 assists, directly contributing to the club's historic third promotion. And to close today's video on a high note, let's talk about Wrexham's long-awaited championship debut. Yes, the time has come. This Saturday at lunchtime, Wrexham finally kicks off the 2025-26 season, and it starts with a huge challenge, a trip to Southampton. It won't be easy, after all, the Saints are considered favourites for promotion. But are the Dragons ready? After a somewhat shaky pre-season in Australia and New Zealand, a lot has changed. The team has strengthened well, and the fans are excited. Phil Parkinson wasted no time in bringing in some big names. Josh Windass, Lewis O'Brien, Connor Cody. The list is impressive and has left fans much more optimistic about this new phase of the club. And be careful, the transfer window is still open until September 1st. So, there's still room for more. And the names have already started to circulate. 2 signings in particular are being heavily talked about: Liverpool's Lewis Kumas and Wolverhampton Wanderers' Pedro Lima. Both are targets for Wrexham, and there are already advanced talks to bring Kumas on loan. Pedro Lima is also on their radar. Can you imagine these two arriving? At the press conference before the debut against Southampton, Phil Parkinson got straight to the point. He was asked if there was any news about Kumas or Lima. His response was the classic one of someone who wants to keep the mystery a secret, but without denying anything. Here's what he said. "There's a huge list of players, and it seems like everyone is linking us to it. At this point, I simply don't want to comment on any individual." In other words, he hasn't confirmed anything, but he hasn't ruled anything out either. Negotiations are still taking place behind the scenes. And it doesn't stop there. Wrexham are also being linked with Ipswich Town's Nathan Broadhead. This potential transfer could even break the record for the biggest signing in the club's history. Parkinson commented, "There are a number of deals we're currently reviewing, so I think it's a bit unfair to start the season by commenting on players from other teams who are under contract. But there are several opportunities we're reviewing, and we hope to make the right decisions to continue improving what we have." With 8 signings already confirmed, Wrexham seems much better prepared to face this season. The goal now is to maintain momentum, avoid any risk of relegation, and perhaps even dream of another promotion. What about you? Do you think Wrexham has the strength to fight at the top? Are there more big signings on the horizon? Comment below. I'd love to hear your opinion. And of course, if you like this video, please like it, share it with other fans, and subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Thanks for watching.